Right, I'm back over on the Shoreline and I'm about to spot the first hole, which will be the, this one will be the one that's tapped 832, same as the two in the end. So let's get that done. So that's that done. Now we'll swap the drill out for the number 29, so which is the tapping drill for 832. Okay, let's go. That wasn't too much of a problem, and I will tap that hole on the drill press exactly the same way as I tap the others. So now we'll move up to the other end, swap it out again for a spot drill, and start on the big hole. Right, we're at the other end. I've switched out to a much bigger spot drill because obviously this is going to be a big hole, so we can use a bigger spot drill on this. I've also slowed the machine down considerably because we've got a much larger drill bit now, so we need to run it much slower. So right, so that's that hole spotted. Now, as I said, all I'm probably going to do is I'll drill this out a little bit on the Shoreline, and then I'll transfer it over to the drill press to finish it off. Well, I've got my first drill in here. I thought we'd start off with a 6mm, which seems a reasonable size to go with. So. Right, so that's a 6mm hole drilled. So I will continue going up in increments to about the largest I can get on here, and then I'll move it over onto the drill press. Well, we are finally getting somewhere with this. So quite amazing the amount of work that goes into producing something which is really, really simple. I mean, this thing's got 4 holes in it, 3 of which are tapped, and it's shaped, but you know, there you go. So I've done the drilling on the drill press off camera because I'm fairly certain that watching me drill some holes in a block of aluminium on a drill press is fairly boring. So we've got our 3 drilled and tapped 832 UNC holes there. We have our drilled and reamed 1/2 inch top hole, and as you can see, I've marked out the angle according to the drawing. Now I'm going to take the bulk of that off using the bandsaw, and then we'll finish that off on the Shoreline. So that's where we are at the moment, and we are actually getting there. Right, we're back with the Shoreline. I have the block of alley mounted in the vise. Now I got a very good cut of the bandsaw, which took off the majority of it, so we've just got to flatten this out now. If you're wondering how I did the setup to get this level, well, it's pretty crude, I'll tell you. I used one of these, a little tiny spirit level, and basically evened it out as best I could. So hopefully that will be more or less at the right angle. It's not crucial, the angle anyway. This is, again, is purely cosmetic. We'll fire up the shell line, and right. Wind a bit of cut on. Right, well that seems to be machining off nicely, so it's going to take me probably 2 or 3 passes to flatten that off, and then we'll come back when I'm finished. Last pass. And there we go, job done. So that took, I think it was like 2 passes to get that down to a nice flat edge. Basically, we're pretty much done with this piece now, apart from it needs to be cleaned and polished up before I put the bushing in, which I haven't actually made yet. So that'll be the next stage, just basically polishing it up and cleaning up all the boring stuff.